Hello, I'm Pastor Carl Johnston with the Atlanta, Ebenezer, and Hopedale United Methodist Churches, the Prairie Winds Parish. This is Thursday of our devotions, and today we are looking at Psalm 100, verse 4. Verse 4 reads, "Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name." Kind of sounds like worship. Elements of worship at least. Coming in with thanksgiving, praise. Thanksgiving, showing appreciation for what someone has done. Praise, telling them they've done something really wonderful. You did a good job. It's an expression of praise. And giving thanks and blessing their name and saying your name and what you've done is great. Worship, one of the Greek words for worship, means to kiss the hand, or more especially, to lick the hand. If you've ever had a dog and you've been sitting in a chair and the dog comes up to you and starts to lick your hand, your dog is worshiping you. Puts a little different angle on it, doesn't it? Worshiping you. Because from the master's hand comes food and water and petting and affection and play and throwing the stick and the ball, and all sorts of good and wonderful things come from the master's hand. And the dog, showing his great love and affection and praise and all thanksgiving, will come and lick the master's hand. Now, that's an interesting thought. But do we worship like dogs, or do we worship more like cats? You ever see a dog, a master come home, and the dog starts to spin around in circles and jump up, and the tail wags, and there's barking and there's joy? That's worship. That's how the psalmist is talking about coming into the courts of God, that we would come to the courts of God, that we would come to worship with thanksgiving and praise and excitement and joy and delight, because the right hand of God has done so many great and wonderful things in our lives. That would be a great way to worship. But sometimes I think we worship more like cats. Now, there's nothing wrong with cats, but they're not dogs. They're different from dogs. It's not about a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of different. If a cat is at home and the master comes in, the cat may or may not leave the windowsill where it's sunning itself. The idea that the cat would do much of anything is a surprise. And put yourself in the kind of a place of a cat. Oh, the master has come home. He calls himself the master, but the truth is, I'm the master. I'm the one who decides if we get new carpet, because I will scratch it up. Or I'm the one who decides if we get new curtains, because I can scratch them up. Or furniture. I can do that again. They think they're the master. He thinks he's the master. Oh, please. And of course, he should feed me, water me. And if he doesn't get to that litter box just real soon, it's going to get terrible in here. It's his job. It is a privilege for him to have me in his life. Sometimes I think we worship more like cats than we do dogs. Sometimes it's easy to say, well, what's in it for me, God? In the times when we worship face to face and in person. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed on Sunday morning or even Saturday night. And the idea that we have to get up and go to church, and we kind of go, well, is it going to be any good? Am I going to get anything out of it? Well, it kind of depends what you put into it. But that's kind of cat worship. It's like, it's all about me. And is it going to be helpful to me? But yet our worship is about licking the hand, showing the appreciation, and maybe our dog worship would be better. Can we and do we go into worship or a time of worship with excitement, with praise, with thanksgiving? And in this time of sheltering in or at home, do you have a place that is a sacred space for you? It could be your recliner. It could be a part of a closet. It could be a specific room. It might be the cab of your pickup truck. Is there a special place that you go and you say to God, this is our time? And I'm really looking forward to this time, because from your right hand, a lot of wonderful things have happened. Oh, you've given me talents and abilities and skills and so many different things. Oh, thank you. Even though we're quarantined, thank you. You've given me the ability to read and write. I've learned how to do that. I can keep myself entertained with books or magazines. I have a television. I can watch things. I can occupy my time. There are still things in my home to do. I have things to do to keep me busy if I want to. Or I can be more like a cat and just go, there's nothing to do, and So, we all worship. All can worship. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name. May God, who's provided all things, help you to worship more like a dog than a cat. And that's something to think about.